Let it go, just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmate. I'm in a two-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no. Money on my mind, I can't get it all. I've been outside,
but I'm back inside here in Trupod Studios in the morning. That's right. Another edition of the Morning Hustle. Welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all got your cafecito ready. And I figured I'd talk some taxes and maybe some IRS publications, maybe some new things that are happening if you're not privy to it, especially as a business owner. We'll be talking about a BOI. What is a BOI, right? What does it stand for? What is that? What is that acronym, your BOI? What is that? Beneficial Ownership Information, right? That's what it stands for. And the IRS is requiring business owners now, beginning in January 1st of 2024, you'll have to file this information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. All right, that is the, I guess, the investigative law enforcement side of the IRS or the Treasury Department. And, a lot of people are kind of, not scared, but like, they're like, oh man, what is this? What is this? It's just information, it's just information that is gonna basically make sure that these people who are fraudulent and, and have these ghost shell companies and, are doing what they're not supposed to do, it makes it harder for them to operate. So this is not, an attack on the average small business owner. So, I figured I just touch a little bit on it. Then towards the end of the show, I would like to go over, a short video that the IRS actually provides for you to just get a better understanding and know if you have to even report. There are some entities, I think there's about 23 that are exempt. And of course, that list is provided to you on the IRS. So we'll go a little bit over that. And hopefully, you get a better understanding of what a BOI is. Now, shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to the Truthful Taxes family. Of course, we are powered by Truthful Taxes. And get ready because the tax season is upon us. And pretty soon, it's just going to be a tax frenzy. You know how it is. Everyone wants to file on time, obviously. People want to make sure they get their stuff on time, and if you're looking to file with a credible company that does the most for their clients, please go over to the Truthful Taxes website. And you can register there and pick your tax preparer according to your locale. So, man, I figure we touch on this BOI, and I guess we can start by who has to report, right? Who has to report? So, of course, the entities that have to report are, according to this BOI, are under the name or under the plaque of reporting companies. So, you want to find out if you're a reporting company, and if you are a reporting company, you may have to, obtain information and report that information to FinCEN. All right. When I say FinCEN, is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and that is the entity that's overseeing this. I'm not gonna say investigation or operation, but yeah, basically this new requirement is being seen by FinCEN or overseen by FinCEN. So your company may be a reporting company, right? And need to report information about its beneficial owner. If your company is a corporation, right? We all know what a corporation is. Or if you don't, that is a entity under which you can operate under the tax code here in the United States. You're probably more familiar with an LLC, a limited liability company, or and otherwise anything created in the United States by filing that document, with the Secretary of State. Obviously, if you filed for an LLC, you had to report within that state. So also a foreign company, if you're registered to do business in the United States, um, you yeah, or Indian tribe by such a filing, you also would have to report a BOI. Okay, so who doesn't have to report? Again, I mentioned it earlier in the beginning. It was about 23 entities. And these include publicly traded companies, nonprofits, certain large operating companies. FinCEN, and I'll read this straight from the website. FinCEN small entity compliance. Okay. Includes a checklist for each of the 23 exceptions that may help determine whether your company qualifies for an exemption. Please review. Okay, so they offer a guideline. So if you're wondering if you fall under those 23 exemptions, you can go on to the website IRS, and you could type in BOI, and you could they'll provide the link for you on the IRS website that'll take you there, where you can see the actual checklist to see if you are under these exemptions. And okay, when do you have to report? Okay, so you can't report until January 1st. A lot of people were trying to report before then, when the publication first came out with the Transparency Act that the IRS released. Yeah, a lot of people were just wanting to file and not get in, didn't want to get in trouble. But no, your reports will be accepted starting on January 1st, 2024. And if your company was created or registered before January 1st, 2024, you will have until the January 1st, 2025 to report a BOI. So I'll say that again. If your company was created or registered prior to January 1st, 2024, you will have until January 1st, 2025 to report a BOI. So that's about a year. Excuse me. I had to drink a little agua. So that's about a year. So yeah, I mean, if your entity wasn't, would it be a corporation of some sort of LLC? If you didn't form it, if you formed it after January 1st, 2024, then I guess this is not for you. But if you had an LLC before January 1st, 2024, you'll have until January 1st, 2025 to actually file this BOI. So, FYI, in case you're wondering, how much time do I have, to get your information and paperwork and all that other good stuff in line. Okay, let's go and see what we okay. So if your company was created or registered on or after January 1st, 2024, and before January 1st, 2025, you must report the BOI within 90 calendar days after receiving actual or public notice that your company's creation or registration is effective, whichever is earlier. So, for those that are falling in that category, you have 90 days. So those that had their entity created before January 1st, 2024 has a year to actually put that BOI in. But those that created their entity after January 1st, 2024 is 90 calendar days, okay, after receiving that actual notice that your entity is legit within the state you're in. If your company was created or registered on or after January 1st, 2025, you're looking into the future now. You must file a BOI within 30 calendar days after receiving actual or public notice that the creation or registration is effective. So as you can see, less leniency, less time. It's a better way to say it. So if you're creating your entity after the year 2025, you're going to have to actually turn this paperwork in 30 days. So, went from a year for those that have an entity before January 1st, 2024 to 90 days for those that created their entity after January 1st, 2024 to 30 days you will have to file that paperwork, that BOI, if you created that entity after January 1st, 2025. So, yeah, again, this is just information. You're giving in, the information that a business owner, should have already. Um, and again, if you want to know where you fall in the exempt, the 23 entities that they talk about, you can um, you can look into the website on the IRS website and look at that checklist to make sure that you know you're not turning in paperwork and you don't even have to. All right, I think I'll probably take a look at the video. Okay, the video makes some good points, and of course, breaks down a few things that we didn't talk about just now. But let me just go ahead and turn over to the. All right, New York in the background. Shout out to Truthful Taxes again. This is Trupod. Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's Friday. You know what I mean? Ending the week is a new year right around the corner. So appreciate you guys tuning in with me. And this will probably be, yeah, I think I'll see you guys. Yeah, I think it'll be a new year. So I'll see you guys next year. But if you guys see the screen, it says starting on January 1st, 2024, which we just talked about, your company may be required to report information about the people who own or control it, the company's best beneficial owners, to the U.S. Treasury Department Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. All right, we knew that, right? Of course we did. And all right, let's see here. Okay. The U.S. Department of the Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, promotes national security and protects the U.S. financial system from fraud and abuse by criminals and corrupt officials. Oh, I like how they put that. And corrupt officials. Ain't that the truth? All right, that's the question. Why do companies have to report beneficial ownership information? Why we got to do that? I'm an honest tax-paying, citizen. Why I got to do that? Well, most companies in the U.S. are legitimate businesses. Criminals can use companies to provide cover for money laundering. Yeah, the bad guy. Hey, you need guys like me, right? The bad guy. So yeah, this is for to provide cover for money laundering. So of course they want this information so they could sift and vet these guys out. Corruption, tax evasion, drug trafficking, fraud, and other crimes. So again, this is more of like a law enforcement crime fighting division here. And this illegal activity hurts innocent people and legitimate businesses, including small business. Well, we're going to have to ask why and how, right? But maybe they tell us. I can see how, these guys operating illegal businesses, and actually affecting the, the actual business owner who's doing everything legitimate. So to help address this problem, Congress passed the Corporate Transparency Act. I think you guys might have heard this. I mean, it's more familiar as a CTA, the acronyms and all that. But yeah, the Corporate Transparency Act is passed by Congress. So this law requires many companies that are formed or operate in the United States to report their beneficial ownership information. That's it. They want to know who's benefiting, who's the beneficiary of these entities. They want to know who's responsible. Collecting BOI will help protect national security. Damn, national security. So, I mean, when you're talking about national security, I mean, I can't help but to think that, this is also helping combat, any type of funding for, illegal activities at, the highest levels, like, terrorism and all that other stuff. So, sometimes you have foreign operators that are operating on U.S. soil, and this will help combat that. So, and make it harder for criminals and other bad actions to hide from the law. Yeah, these guys, man. Listen, everything's in the money, right? Which companies will have to report BOI? We said it, right? Many businesses created in the United States will have to report beneficial ownership information to FinCEN. So will many foreign business register to do business in the United States. I just said, yeah, from foreign, doing business over here. Got to give us the extra information, make sure everything's kosher. Huh? Certain types of entities are exempt. Of course, we talked about the 23. If you want to go on the IRS website and go check out that list, you can let you know where you fall into all this stuff, right? Corporations, LLCs, and other similar legal entities. A key factor, excuse me, is whether you have to file a document with your state secretary of state or a similar office to create or register your company. Now, that's just, I guess, from state to state can be different, but I think for the most part, most states, yeah, you have to register your LLC with the state, right, to operate within that state. So, unless you fall into one of these states, which you don't have to, which you can surely find out if you fall into that category. We have FinCEN. Now, this is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, right? Telling you. Understand that complying with new rules can be an adjustment, and we are working hard to develop guidance and other materials to help everyone meet their obligations. So, paperwork could be a drag. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, you're dealing with a business already. Maybe you have a tax preparer, and maybe you don't. And if you don't, make sure to reach out to Truthful Taxes and talk to a tax preparer that can walk you through that stuff. The yeah, the office to create, you register your company. I mean, well, and again, it depends on the state you're in, right? And we are working hard to develop guidance and other materials to help everyone make. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Look at me, lost myself. So yeah, paperwork could be a drag. So as you can see, they are actually being very nice with not enforcing those deadlines so hard, because a lot of people do have to make adjustments to paperwork. Maybe you are, got to get your stuff in line. I don't know, and it gives you more time. So you have time, and we went over the timelines that you have depending on when your LLC or your entity was formed. So, you have a year to 90 days to 30 days after 2025. So if you missed it, look back on the information. I think we missed that. All right, what was this? Okay, registered companies. What information will companies need to provide? All right, a reporting company will have to provide a few key pieces of information about itself. Its beneficial owners, in some cases, the individuals that formed them, referred to as company applicants. So again, if you're a part ownership, I think that the part ownership, yeah, I think this 25%. If you're up to a 25% partner, yeah, you have to report. You have, your information has to be given in this document. All right. All right. A reporting company will need to provide its legal name and any trade name or DBA, doing business as, right? And the address, of course, the jurisdiction in which it was formed or first registered, depending on whether it is U.S. or foreign company. And of course, the taxpayer identification number, right? That's how they, track everything you make. Crazy how one number can just track everything, absolutely everything, all the money you're making. All right, so for each of the reporting company's beneficial owners and company applicants, the reporting company will need to provide the individual's, all right, legal name, birth date. Listen, guys, listen, it's a BOI. This is what you're filling out. This is the type of stuff you fill out when you go to the doctor's office. It's not a big deal. Extra, I guess, numbers that you wouldn't put on the doctor's visit, but you get the point. Legal name, birthday, address. In most cases, a home address, and then an identifying number from a driver's license, passport, or other approved document. All right. So the reporting company will have provide an image of the approved document for each individual. Again, this they say individual for each individual because you could be a part owner. You could be in a partnership. So 25%, I believe, is what they consider, being a beneficial owner. What is the difference between beneficial owner and a company applicant? Great question. Some of you are probably wondering, like, okay, what's the difference, and what does one have to do and the other one doesn't? Right? A beneficial owner is any individual who exercises substantial control over the reporting company, okay, or who owns or controls at least 25% of the registered company. There you go, confirmation nation, right there, 25%. Now, a company applicant is an individual who files the document that creates or registers the company. There can be up to two individuals who qualify as company applicants. The individual who directly files the document that creates or first registers, all right, the reporting company. And if more than one individual is involved in the filing of the document, the individual who primarily is responsible for directing or controlling the filing. I guess this is like the filing part. No wonder it's the company applicant, quote unquote. I hope you guys understood that. So far, so good. So far, nothing too difficult. I'm not asking you to do any any crazy math, or any. I'm not asking for any information that you wouldn't have readily accessible. Hopefully, right? All right. Drink a little water here. And I mean, look, does my company have to report its company applicants? No. If your company was created or registered before January 1st, 2024, all right? So if it was registered before, you don't have to report. Excuse me. Yes, you don't have to report the company applicants. But yes, if your company is created or registered on or after 2024. So yes for the after 2024 and no for before. So there you go. Looks like the benefits are on the people who did it before 2024. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Mhm. When do companies report? January 1st, 2024. That's when they'll be accepting. Now, if a company was created or registered before January 1st, 2024, the company has 1 year to file. Okay, so we did go over this already. But again, just a reinforcement, giving you the breakdown of how much time you have. 90 calendar days for those who created their entity after, right? After 2024, January 1st. And then 30 days, the countdown continues. Look, it's the IRS telling you, like, listen, by this time you should have already gotten things in line. That's why they're asking for that 30 days. So, well, good enough adjustment period. And how will companies report? Reports will be filed electronically using FinCEN's secure filing system. FinCEN will store BOI reports in a secure database and only share this information with authorized users for purposes specified by law. Right. There you go. And of course, where can I learn more? Go ahead. The link is right there on the screen. And you go ahead and head on over to the IRS website too if you had any more questions. And they have a brochure there that you could go through. And again, if you're one of those 23 entities that you are exempt, you go ahead and try to see if you can, see if you fall under that 23 exempt. Now, look, today's show was a little bit more guided, right? It was something that I really kind of wanted to go over with you guys in a sense, with the actual documentation and the know-how directly from the FinCEN website, the IRS website. So hope this helps you guys, any business owners out there, that are asking questions, or maybe we're a little worried of how difficult the process was to turn in a BOI report. And I hope this helped you a little or some, shed some light on it. Again, this is basic information I believe as a business owner that you should have readily available. And of course, those timelines for the entities that were created before 2024, you have a year to turn in those reports. For those that are after 2024 January 1st, if you created your entity after, you'll have 90 calendar days. And for those that create theirs next following year, which will be 2025, you'll have 30 days to turn that in after you've created it. So pretty simple, guys. I hope you benefited a little bit about what we talked about this morning. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Morning Hustle. And for all my business owners, man, make sure that you're taking care of business and that you're turning in your BOI reports. And then if you're not ready, that you are ready, get all your information ready and, get this out of the way. Again, there's an adjustment period, and IRS is definitely put out a plan as the time goes by. They would expect you to have these things in line. So I think I'm going to get out of here, guys. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Have a blessed one. I'm out of here, all right? Let me see. Nobody around. Yeah, I wonder where my wrenches are. I'm gonna have to get at them. They ain't pop up. Yep, they ain't pop up on the live. Man, let's get out of here, champs. Let's go. This is Trupod. This is the Morning Hustle. I gotta get me a bagel or something. I gotta go eat.
Why they talking like they go? Just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmate. I'm in a 2-seat, doing drives like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch 'em off.